What up, Hype Squad? It's your boy Lucrecio coming at you with another video. And if you're new to the page, welcome to exceedthehype.com. To join the Hype Squad, all you gotta do is click that subscribe button. Alright, so we just got through watching the San Antonio Spurs face the Golden State Warriors. Was an interesting game for most of the game, and then in the second half it just got out of hand. I don't take much out of this game, to be very honest with you. Main reason why, Kawhi Leonard is still hurt, still injured. I still think San Antonio played very well throughout most of the game. I think they conducted themselves. They had a good showing for themselves. I thought they really put up a good fight. They led for like the first half, but then you know how Golden State is. They come out sleepwalking, and then when they get in trouble, they kind of power back, mainly because of the three-point shooting. They're just great at three-point shooting. They have too many stars. They have too much firepower. But once again, we saw how it could possibly work. We saw a framework how they could possibly do it. Once again, Golden State is far more talented than the San Antonio Spurs. However, and you can't say this about most teams in the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are better coached. They're better at executing their offense, and they did make a couple mistakes defensively throughout the night, but they're just more disciplined, right? So I really still think they're one of the top teams who have a chance at knocking off the Golden State Warriors. But they're missing 25 points a night by Kawhi Leonard. They're missing his defense. They're missing his leadership, leading by example or whatever. Let's go through the box score real quick. Kyle Anderson was their second leading scorer, slow-mo, right? Somebody who's like a bench producer, even though he's starting to become more of a factor or whatever. He was the second. He had the second most points with 16 points. LaMarcus Aldridge obviously had 24 and 10, which is a very good game for him. I still think I'm still a believer in LaMarcus Aldridge, man. I've been hearing all this stuff about LaMarcus Aldridge and how he's no good and this, and how like the Spurs are going to trade him and all this different stuff. And I just never really quite understand it, because I still think LaMarcus Aldridge is a very good contributor for a team that has a chance. Like you're literally just not going to get that kind of rebounding and that kind of scoring out of the post in today's NBA. I don't know where you're going to get that from. Like you can get it from LaMarcus Aldridge, and people kind of have devalued him over the years. Paul Gasol chipped in 11 points. So 24, 16, and 11 was their highest scoring outputs that they had. It's just not good enough. Danny Green had 8 points. He was good in the first half, not so good in the second half. The three-point shooting wasn't really there for San Antonio. They just didn't have enough offense. Manu Ginobili had 6. Rudy Gay had 9. I did think Rudy Gay had some good defensive sequences versus Kevin Durant. Because Rudy Gay is also very long. So I will like that matchup a little bit. We'll see how that develops. They do play each other 4 times this year, so we're gonna see San Antonio and Golden State go at it quite a bit of time before the playoffs. So that's going to be very interesting to look at. Kevin Durant shot very poorly the first half of the game, and then the second half of the game he came roaring. Klay Thompson the whole game consistently was just knocking down threes when they needed them. Curry tweaked his knee and his ankle a little bit, so that's something to keep your eye on. He did, I think he came down under, there was people on the floor and they kind of came down on his knee. It looked like he was just, it was one of those things that'll hurt tomorrow morning. So I don't know if that's going to have him, hobble throughout the season. We'll see. If it does, then naturally that opens up a door, but let's hope not, because we don't want to see that happen. But for Golden State, it wasn't that great of a game either, but they just have so much firepower. They're so good that they don't have to play their best game to beat most teams. But once again, San Antonio team, Kawhi Leonard's out. I don't take too much out of this win for Golden State. However, there is some stuff. I made another video about the same subject. There is some stuff that when you watch San Antonio play Golden State, and you see how sometimes they can get an advantage on Golden State, and sometimes it's kind of tough for Golden State to come out of some of the holes they put themselves in with San Antonio, because San Antonio is so disciplined and so good. It's interesting. It's like I said, it's just something to watch, that San Antonio Golden State matchup. But anyway, leave your comments below. What did you think of the game? Do you think San Antonio has any kind of a shot to beat the Warriors in this year's playoffs? Let me know below. If you enjoyed the content, give it a thumbs up. And as always, to join the Hype Squad, go ahead and click the subscribe button. All right.